Hi, you're on a rock. Some of it's water. Fuck it. Actually, most of it's water. I can't even get from here to there without buying a boat. It's set a long time ago. Actually, never. And also now. Nothing is nowhere. When? Never. Makes sense, right? Like I said, it didn't happen. Nothing was never anywhere. That's why it's been everywhere. It's been so everywhere, you don't need a where. You don't even need a when. That's how every it gets. Forget this. I want to be something. Go somewhere. Do something. I want things to change. I want to invent time and space. And I know it's possible because everything is here and it probably already happened. I just don't know when to start. And that's exactly where it started. Oh, I paused it. I think there's a universe now. What's it made of?
Corks and stuff.
Ah, that's a thing. In a place. Don't like it? Try a new place. At a different time. Try to stick together because the world is going to get bigger and emptier. But it's not empty yet. It's still very full and about 1 jillion degrees. Great news, the quarks are now happily married in groups of 3, called a proton or a neutron. And there's something else flying around too that wants to join in but can't because it's still too... Great news, the protons and neutrons are now happily married to each other. Some of them even doubled up. Great news, the electrons have now joined in. Congratulations, the world is now a bunch of gas in space. But it's getting closer together. And it's getting closer together. And it's getting closer together.
It's a star.
New shit just got made. Some stars burn out and die. Bigger stars burn out and die with passion and make some brand new, way crazier shit.
Space dust.
Which allows newer, more interesting stars to be made and then die and explode into
Even crazier space dust.
So now stars have cool stuff around them, like rocks, ice, and funny clouds, which can make some very interesting things. Like this ball of flaming rocks, for example. Holy shit, we just got hit with another ball of flaming rocks. And it kind of made a mess, which is now the moon. Weather update, it's raining rocks from outer space. Weather update, those rocks might have had water inside them and now there's hot steam in the sky. Weather update, cooler temperatures today and the floor is no longer lava. Weather update, it's raining. Severe flooding alert, the entire world is now an ocean. Volcano alert.
That's land.
There's life in the ocean. What?
Something's alive in the ocean.
Oh cool, like a plant or an animal? No, a microscopic speck. It lives at the bottom of the ocean and eats chemical soup, which is being served hot and fresh, made from gnarly space ingredients left over from when it was raining rocks or whatever. Oh yeah, and it can do that. It has secret instructions written inside itself telling it how to build another one of itself. So that's pretty nifty, I would say. Tired of living at the bottom of the ocean?
Now you can eat sunlight.
Using a revolutionary technique, you can convert sunlight into food.
Taste the sun.
Side effect, now there's oxygen everywhere and the sky's blue. Then the Earth might have been a snowball for a while, maybe even a couple of times. It's a sponge, it's a plant, it's a worm and some other types of weird strange water bugs and strange fish.
It's the Cambrian explosion.
Wow, that's animals and stuff. But we're still in the ocean. Hey, can we go on land?
No.
Why?
The sun is a deadly laser.
Oh, okay.
Not anymore, there's a blanket.
Now the animals can go on land. Come on, animals, let's go on land. Nope, can't walk yet. And there's no food yet, so I don't care. Okay, will you learn to walk if there's plants up here? Maybe, said some bugs. And fish. Okay, so I can go on land, but I have to go back in the water to
Have babies.
learn to use an egg.
I was already doing that.
Use a stronger egg. Put water in it. Have a baby on land in an egg. Water is in the egg. Baby in the egg, in the water, in the egg. Works for me.
Bye-bye, ocean.
And now everything's huge, including bugs. Want to see a map of the land? Sure. Oh fuck, now everything's dead. Just kidding, here are the survivors. Keep your eye on this one because it's about to become the dinosaurs. Here's another map of the land. Yeah, it broke apart, don't worry about it, it does that all the time. Here comes a meteor.
And the dinosaurs are gone.
It's mammal time, rocks. Ouch. Fuck it, time to plant some grass. This is great, I wonder if anyone else is doing this. Tired of using rocks for everything? Use metal. It's underground. Better farming was just a valley right in between these two rivers.
Guess what happens next?
More food, and houses for people to live in, and writing.
Society.
Coming soon to a dank river valley near you. Meanwhile, out in the middle of nowhere, why is all my metal so lame and lumpy? Tired of using lame, sad metal? Introducing
Bronze.
made with special ingredient tin from the far lands of Tinland. I don't know, my dealer won't tell me where he gets it. Also, guess what? Meanwhile, out in the middle of nowhere, did I mention?
In Israel.
The Middle East is getting more complicated, maybe because it's in the middle of the East.
Greeks.
Check in with the Indus River Valley civilization. They're gone. Guess who's not gone?
You'll write some hymns and mantras and stuff.
There's the Bronze Age collapse. Also, can we switch to a metal that's a little easier to find? Thanks. Here's some the Olmecs. The Phoenicians make some colonies. The Greeks copy their idea and make some colonies. The Phoenicians made a colony so big it makes colonies. Here comes the Assyrian Empire. Never mind, it's the Babylonian Median.
It's the Persian Empire.
Wow, that's big. Ah, the Buddha was just enlightened. Who's the Buddha? Oops, China just broke, but while it was breaking... Ah, they're over here, but what about this part?
Spices.
Who would like to buy the spices? Hey, China put itself back together again with out here. Let's check the Greekification levels of the Greekified kingdoms. Greekification overload. Bye, said the Parthians. Bye, said the Jews. Hey, said the Romans, eating the entire Mediterranean for breakfast. Thanks for invading our homeland, said the Jews, who were starting to get tired of people invading their homeland. Want silk? Now you can buy it from China.
Brand new road to the world.
Or you can
Get their own water.
Sick, new trade routes, said India, accidentally spreading their religion to the entire southeast. That's a good place for an epic trading kingdom. This is again. Remember the Persian Empire? Yep, said the Persians, making a new one. Axum is getting so powerful they would like to populated Madagascar yet? Let's do it.
China's whole again. Then it broke again.
Still can't cross the Sahara Desert?
Yes.
Said the Ghana Empire, selling lots of gold. And hi, I live in the Roman Empire, and I was wondering. No.
It's the golden age of India.
There's the Gupta Empire. Guess who's in Rome? IP Roman Empire. Or actually just half of it. The other half is just fine. But it's not in Rome anymore, so let's give it a new name.
The minds have
Oh, and here's a huge city, population 1. The Gok Turks have How's India? Broken. How's China?
back together.
How's those trading kingdoms?
Bigger and there's more of them.
Korea has 3 kingdoms. Japan has a kingdom, it's the Sunrise Kingdom. Deep in the Arabian Desert, I'm out of this, and maybe conquer the world as well. The Roman Empire is long gone, but somehow there's
New kingdoms all over Europe.
I wonder if there's room for Moors. Here's all the wisdom. Let's bring stuff to the coast and sell it and become the Swahili on the Swahili coast, said the Swahili on the Swahili coast. Remember this tiny space you have to go through to get from here to there? Someone owns that now. Want to get enlightened in the middle of nowhere? The Franks have the biggest kingdom in Europe, and the Franks broke their kingdom into what will later be called France and not France. The just Norse, if you don't have much time, are exploring. They go north, from the north to the northern north, and they find some land, 2 types of land, and they name them accordingly. They also invade some other places and get called many names, such as Vikings. There's the Rus, the Kievan Rus. Are they Vikings? I don't think so, said the Kievan Rus. Okay, fair enough. The Holy Roman Empire. It's actually Germany, but don't worry about it. New kingdoms. Which brand would you like? Mine's better. Mine's better. Mine's better. It's a bird. It's a plane.
It's the
Said the Byzantine Empire, who's getting so small it almost doesn't exist anymore. We need help. They need help, so they call the
crusade.
They did many crusades, some of which almost didn't fail, but at least the Italians got some sweet trade deals. Goodbye.
Hello.
Bye, Toltecs.
Hello, Miss.
There's the Pueblo. I always wondered how to build a town in a cliff. Guess who's here? Come here. Where? Here. And Pagan is there. Vietnam unconquered itself, Korea just became itself, and Japan and China just in time, invading India. I just found out where the Swahili gets all their gold. Look at this Chad. Means lake. There's an empire there. Right in the middle of
Africa.
the king of... Wow, that guy's rich, everyone said. The Christians are doing a great job reconquering Iberia, which will soon be called Spain and not Spain. Please remain Christian. We will check in later to see if you're still Christian when you least Whoops. Hey, come here. Time to share. New kingdoms here and there. Oh, look who controls all the islands. It's the Mahajapit, Majahapit, Mapajahit, Mahapajit, Mapajahit, Majapahit. Oh, Italy's real books. So you think you can conquer the Byzantine Empire? The Ottoman Turks. Nice job, Ottoman Turks. Oops, you missed a spot. Don't forget to ban Europe from the Indian spice trade. What? That's bullshit, said Portugal, spiceless.
Well, I guess we'll have to find another way to India.
Into the ocean and discovers more ocean. And then discovers the Indies and Japan. Let's draw a line to decide who gets which half of the world. The Aztec and Inca empires are off to a great start. I wonder if the Habsburgs are marrying into so many royal families they might have to start marrying each other. Move over, Lithuania. Here come our Timurids. Let's make it the other kind of Islam. The one, hey Christians, do you sin? New book, which might have accidentally started the Protestant Reformation. The Ottoman Empire was really big, which it is now. What if Russia was big? Portugal had a dream that they controlled the entire Indian Ocean, including the spice trade. And then that dream was real. And Spain realized that this is not India, but they pillaged it anyway. Damn, said England and France. We gotta start pillaging some stuff. Then the Dutch revolt and all the hipsters moved to Damn, said Amsterdam. We gotta start pillaging some stuff. Question 1, can you get to India through North America? No, but at least. Question 2, steal the spice trade. That's not a question, but the Dutch did it. Guess where all the sugar's made? In Brazil. Stolen. In the Caribbean. And it's so goddamn profitable, you might... The next thing on Russia's to-do list is to get bigger. Britain and France are having a friendly discussion about who should control the entire world. More specifically, Ohio. Then it escalates into a 7-year discussion. Gives boss. But what about Britain and France? Did they figure out who's boss? Yes, they did. It's Britain. Guess who's broke? Also Britain. So they start taxing the hell out of America. France helps them win. Now France is broke. And Britain will have to... France is broke. Why? You could make a No, don't. Haiti is starting to like the idea of a revolution. Who's in charge of France now? There goes Latin America, becoming independent in the Latin American Wars of Independence. Britain just figured out how to turn steam into power, so now they can make
many different types of machines and
invent some and conquer it. Hey, China, said Britain, buy stuff from us. I made it illegal and dumped it all into the sea. So Britain threw open up 5 cities and give them and Russia
Sultanate. Out to go.
The United States finally figured out whether slavery is good or bad. Maybe kick out the Mexicans too. I know, Britain and France are the United States ran
Hawaii, Cuba,
Wait, now we're in this. To celebrate, they kick Panama out of Panama and make a canal, connecting the two oceans. Britain, China is so tired of being bossed around that they make a new, stronger government, which is accidentally weaker, and Europe hasn't had a war since the last war, so they start World War. Russia will...
In the Soviet Union,
The Arab, now the Ottoman Empire is gone, so we can give the
Jewish people a place to live.
Well, let's cut the cake, said Sykes and Picot, carving up the remains of the not-so-Ottoman-anymore empire. It just seemed like the right thing to do. Hello? Yes, it's the 1920s calling. That'll probably be great forever. Just kidding. Germany's back. Japan is finally conquering the East, and they're so excited they rape Nanking one eye. Hitler's out of control, so the international community tackles him and tries to explain why kill. Bonus round, Pacific Showdown. United States versus Japan. Fight! Finish him. Let's unite all the nations and have some
World peace.
Seems legit. Hi, bonus, now there's Pakistan. Actually, two Pakistans. One of them could be Bangladesh later. The Jews and the Arabs finally figured out which one of them should live in the Holy Land. Me, they both said at the same time. Let's divide up the land. So,
They both
out China, there's a new China into an island. I wonder which one is the real China. There's the Korean War, Korea versus Korea. Nobody wins, then it's on. Let's meet the sponsors. Oh, it's the two global superpowers. They're having a friendly debate over which economic system is good and which one is an evil virus of Satan. And they both have atom bombs. Fight! Wait, no, that would be the end of the world. Spy on each other instead. And make sure we have enough atom bombs. I'll race you to space. Now let's make some more countries fight themselves. Europe is tired of pillaging other continents, and the continents they were pillaging are tired of being pillaged. So here's a new map with new countries. Now you can't tell who they're being pillaged by. The United States might need another minute to think about it. Let's check the world population. Whoa. Okay. Technology's better too, that might keep happening. The Soviet Union decided part makes a union, so now they can all use the same money. Except Britain, because they... Let's check the mail. Surprise! Whoops, someone just attacked America. I bet they'll remember that. Phone call. Surprise! It's in... Whoops, the economy just crashed. Surprise! Flying robots. With some globe is warming.
And the ocean is full of plastic.
Let's invent a thing inventor, said the thing inventor after being invented by a thing inventor. That's pretty cool. By the way, where the hell are we?